Hello. This is another video about one of my applications that I've designed. Um, this one is called DOS FTP tree. Okay, so the idea behind this one is to be able to monitor certain files on a remote system without being at the system. There are programs that are like they're called VNC programs or virtual network control programs that basically allow you to log into a remote system to view the desktop, change settings, control it. Like if the user has a virus on his computer or whatever, you can remotely go in and control it. I'm sure you've seen stuff like this before, like if you've worked in IT or if you've been in a office environment where you've had a problem and someone in IT has had to fix it for you. They've probably done this before, where they take control of your computer. But this is different. Um, it's it has the same basic idea, but it's a little bit simpler and less intrusive. So basically, what this does is it allows you to um, install this program on a computer, and what you do is you enter in FTP server login information into this, and it'll allow you um, to every time the computer is booted up after this program has been installed, it will upload a directory tree listing of a certain specified folder. So what this program is used for is for monitoring what files are on a system remotely. So you can tell whether a user has a certain file or what files they have or whatever you may need to monitor on a daily basis. Um, so basically what it asks you when you start it is it'll ask you for your FTP information, and it'll ask you what folders you want to monitor. So I'll give you a little demonstration of the app right now. I gotta make sure that this is showing up because it is a full screen program. So I'll do this for now. I'm not sure if you could see what just happened, but it starts out by default in full screen, but you can just press Alt Enter to make it go back to normal command prompt mode if you need to. So here's what it is like when it starts. It'll just give you a little information, and then it'll tell you to type the URL of your FTP server. So I'm gonna fill in all this information right now, and I might skip certain parts because I don't want to give you the password to the FTP. Um, but yeah, and then I'll explain a little bit after. Okay, so now you can see I began to type in my information. Right here, you type in the URL of the FTP server. I'm using a FTP server at byethost.com. byethost.com. They have free FTP servers, and they're pretty good. They're not really fast, but they're good enough for this sort of use. So I created one there. And right here I have it blocked out because that's where it asks you for your username and password. Then right down here it says upload folder HD docs. By default, on ByetHost you have to use HD docs as your upload folder. But if you're on an alternate FTP serving site or whatever, you may use whatever you want for your upload folder. And that's the location where the directory tree listing is uploaded to. So now down here it says please enter the names of the folders you want listed and type Q when you're done. So it'll keep prompting you for different folders that you want, and basically when you're done with that, you press Q and it'll install the application. Then the next time the computer is restarted, it will load the directory trees of those folders and upload it to the FTP server. So I'll input that information right now, and then I'll demonstrate how it works. So now that I've completed entering in the folders that I want, I press Q, and then it tells you that it would ask you if you would like to install the uploader. So then you say yes or no. Then it basically shows that the files are copied, the operation completed successfully, and that the program will run every time the computer is started, and will upload the tree to the FTP server. So then you press any key to exit, and so now I'll log off. Logging off, I believe, is good enough. So I'll log off and restart recording, and I'll show you how it works. But actually, before I do that, I'll show you where it installs itself, just in case you need to remove it later on. Okay, so now I've navigated to the Windows directory, and you can see over here is where it keeps its files. Upload.exe is the file that uploads it to the FTP, and these two data files are what it uses for its information about what folders it should upload and your FTP account information. And so if you would like to uninstall it, I've actually made an uninstallation integrated into the setup program, so you don't have to worry about deleting these files and the registry keys that it creates. So all you have to do is, once it's installed, you go back to the setup.exe right here, and when you run it, it will ask you, it'll say it appears as if the program is already installed, and it'll ask you if you'd like to uninstall it. And then you just say yes or no right there, and if you say yes, it obviously uninstalls. So now I'll show you how it actually works. Okay, so I've opened Process XP right here, which is a program sort of like Task Manager, except a lot more advanced, and it shows you all the statistics about the processes that are currently running on your computer. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute this program, and you'll see that it opens command prompt, uploads the files, and then I'll show you how to access those files using FTP file transfer program. You can use any program you like, but I have one that I like a lot, and I'll demonstrate that for you in a second after I show you how this works right here. So I've executed upload, and you can see that the upload.exe is running. It runs command prompt, which is currently running sleep, because what it does is it automatically sleeps for a few seconds before uploading the tree, just so that in case you're on a laptop or something with a wireless connection, sometimes those things don't initialize quite as fast as a LAN connection would. And so with this sleep command executed there, it gives it time to initialize a wireless connection. So you can see it's doing the FTP now, and I did C Windows, and I also did my game files folder, which are probably pretty big, so it might take a little while to do. But when this is done, I'll show you how to access the FTP. Okay, so the process is done uploading. So now I'll go to my FTP program, which I have here. It's called iFTP. That's what I like to use. I'll open it up. Okay, I don't know why it's not responding right now. Alright, there we go. That's weird. This is a pretty fast computer. It's probably because it's over a network connection. But anyway, so I go to accounts, go to this one. And you can see it's loading my account right now. And remember earlier I specified htdocs as the upload folder, so I have to enter that folder. And now you can see that inside that folder I have my 3 directory tree listings. And I can just download those, open those up, and see what are in them. So I just click the one I want, hit transfer, and then it has an error. I don't know. Let's try that again. Okay, so I got it to transfer. I think it's just this FTP server is a little bit it doesn't work all the time. So I mean, it's best if you have your own dedicated FTP server set up. But I mean, this thing is free, so I mean, it's worth it. I mean, if you're just gonna do this to try it out. So I just transferred location 1 over here, and so now I can view the text, and there it is. It shows me my directory tree listing and all the files and everything. This is the Windows folder, so it's like, I mean, just a lot of crap and stuff. Not much that you'd find interesting or whatever, but so yeah, you can use this for whatever folder you want to see. So if you want to monitor somebody's folder or whatever, like if you think there's something going on and you want to make sure they're not doing something or whatever, you can just type in the name of that folder and it'll log it for you, put it on the FTP server. You can access this from anywhere, as long as you have a good internet connection. And so yeah, that's about it. And it makes no it's not apparent to the user at all that this program is executing. It's completely invisible once it's installed. The only way that they could possibly know it was running is if they went to Process XP or Task Manager and noticed that a program called Upload was running command prompt, which seem like fairly common programs, and so it's not that big of an issue. So yeah, if you have the need to do that kind of a thing, this program is probably what you need for that. It's fairly small. It's only 105K, I think. So it doesn't take up much space, and you just run the setup program again when you want to uninstall it on that person's computer. And so yeah, so that's how you can use this to monitor somebody's files if you need to do that. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you find the software useful. And if there's any features you'd like to have me add, I'd likely do that in the future, maybe within the next week or two, because I'm off for summer. But yeah, I've been planning on adding in the next version a feature where you specify a date when you're installing the program, and then it'll automatically self-destruct on that date, so that you don't have to come back and run the setup again to uninstall it manually, which I think would be useful. But if there's any other features that you think would be nice in this kind of a program, please leave a comment in the description, in the comments, and tell me what you think. So thanks for watching.